Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates. Like, share, and also comment after watching. You can equally send us your voice notes or your suggestion through our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. If you have anything bothering you, just channel it through that WhatsApp number and we'll reach you on that number equally. Thank you. I want you to join me listening to a hot fight between the host of morning show Annie and Lawuratu of the MPP, which ignites today's morning show. Really ignites fire of fire. And I would like you to join me listening to what transpired, how rude the MPP can be, including their ladies. Thank you.
See, when we are having conversations, we need to listen to each other and understand where the other person is coming from. What I said was that by virtue of our constitution, a president gets elected for 4 years, 2 times. So by virtue of the fact that His Excellency the Vice President, flag bearer and leader of the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, is now having a go at the presidency. After 4 years, he still has another 4-year mandate he can seek, and he will be accountable. As against the flag bearer of the NDC, that has only 4 years left. And as Times Without Number said, 4 years is not enough for any president to do, for a president to do much. If that is not a fact, you can let me know. He said that Times Without Number. But be as it may, let's come to the comparison of both candidates. You have a flag bearer. You sit down here and say when you don't have questions, you go round. When you are selling a difficult product, you struggle like this. You have a flag bearer who has been MP. And by virtue of being MP, he was part of the district assembly. He became vice president. In his own words, he said he was the luckiest vice president this nation has ever had. I mean, God, in his way of doing things, we lost His Excellency Professor Mills. This same candidate had the opportunity to be a president, to finish Professor Mills. So I would say he had the opportunity to practice as being a president. 2012, Ghanaians gave him the mandate for him to be a full-fledged president. The same Ghanaians that voted him out in 2012, and voted him out in 2016. You have that candidate coming back and seeking re-election for 4 years. Where will the accountability be? Promising things that are already being done. One of the ones was a paternity leave, which is already a public service policy. But let's go to what Ghana has been. And Louisa here comes from the central region. Probably if she goes to talk to the people of Mori, Mumford, Winneba, Senya Breku, Gomwa Fete, and Ekumfi, probably they will tell you that the fishing landing sites are making a difference in their lives. Go to Elmina, look at the fishing harbor there, and ask them if it's not making a difference in their lives. We have not hidden away from the fact that there are challenges, and Dr. Bawumia didn't hide it when he was presenting the manifesto. The cost of living is an issue.
It's not it's not just challenges, the level of challenge we find ourselves in.
The basics
is where the communication is.
The basics that the ordinary Ghanaian. Also, why do we pay taxes? We pay taxes so that we can have the basic services to also cushion up. so that the money that probably I would have used to pay for healthcare or probably used to pay some level of fees can also go into other areas of my livelihood.
So are you, Lawuratu, let me ask you, are you okay with the number of taxes we're paying today, especially with the COVID levy? If a different government
is what is being used to build Agenda 111. You don't know that?
I don't know that.
You don't know that?
To the windfalls?
I don't know that.
You don't know that?
I didn't even ask what it's being used for.
Do you also
I'm saying
agree
that I am saying
COVID
that
left us with a lot of challenges that have to be dealt with?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
I'm telling you.
What are the lots of challenges you're talking about?
What about the economy as it is one of the challenges that we have after COVID. As it is. You just said it's we're having challenges. You just reiterated it. It's part of the issues we went through.
So the COVID levy we're paying.
Come again.
The COVID levy we're
paying.
But
were you okay when those 15 taxes were abolished?
Which 15 taxes?
Were you okay when the tax on banking services was abolished?
So when you abolished 15 taxes,
yes.
What did you do after?
What did we do after?
Yeah.
Introduce 40.
Introduce how many?
Tell me, you tell me. How many did you introduce after abolishing the so-called 15 taxes?
You tell me. You tell me how many
Lawuratu.
we introduced. No, you tell me.
Lawuratu.
Because 15
after you abolished the 15
so
taxes.
tell me how many we've added on. You tell me. Tell me.
You haven't added any taxes. You haven't added any taxes that were taken. You haven't.
We've added taxes.
So what is the point?
No, but
so what's the point arguing?
You tell me. You tell me. You're the one asking me what did we do.
I'm supposed to be asking you questions, Lawuratu.
At this point, you also have to answer questions. Let's go on. What I was trying to explain to Louisa, and I don't know how widely she's traveled around this country, but probably when she takes a trip around the northern sector and the other very rural regions, she'll understand what leap and increase in it is doing to the lives of people. She will understand what free SHS. Now you have some families that they now have first generation senior high school graduates. She'll go and now she will understand how hitherto a child who gets admission in to tertiary level has to comb the whole town, has to comb the whole village to get someone who contributes to SNIT, to get a student loan to make their dream of having a tertiary education possible. Today, they can do that with their Ghana card. She will understand how children are going to secondary school and don't have to go and haggle their mothers to go and sell their cloth and other things to do with, irrespective of the challenges we are facing. The scholarships in this country has been increased by 70%. How childhood cancers being on NHIS is helping mothers. We can go on and on. Today, you have inflation resistance being built into LEAP. What was the state of LEAP? What was the state of school feeding when they were there? And people say, oh, why are you referring to them? We are referring to them because the person who put us in that situation is seeking a re-election to come. So for those things, irrespective of their challenges, you're talking about fiscal and monetary and all that, when you go to the people, I told you I was in Northeast. 2 weeks ago, I was in Salaga South. The week before, I was in Bole and Upper West. Did Nadoli Kalio, did DBI, did Wild West. Go down there and talk to the people. You won't sit down here and downplay the social interventions that have been strengthened to make the lives of the ordinary Ghanaian difficult. And those are the fundamentals you build to enhance it. If the children don't have the basic education requirements, how do they fit in the jobs we want to create? Go to Youth Employment Agency. Look at the starter kits they are giving to youth entrepreneurs. Go to GEA. Just on Friday or Thursday, They were in Adenta giving starter kits to trained entrepreneurs in hairdressing and other places. That is what you talk about when you're talking about building the nation. Today, over 160,000 jobs have been created through 1D, 1F, and more can be created if we improve on it. Today, people are not dying by snake bites because you can have anti-snake serum sent to them by drones. When we are talking about making the lives of the ordinary Ghanaian comfortable, irrespective of the challenges that we are facing, that is what we are talking about.
How do you talk about comfort and talk about challenges at the same time?
Come again. Of course, there are challenges. What do you do? Even in every development, what do you say? You minimize. There are some you can eradicate.
So have you minimized? Have you minimized our challenge?
If the person goes to health insurance and can access service with it, as compared to before 2017, isn't that an improvement? If a childhood cancer is on, how do you call
of a country?
Annie, you see, don't sit here.
That fails.
Don't sit here.
That
Probably, if you take your studio from here and go to the hinterlands, you understand what we are talking about.
That you're making more impact than we think. So those of us in Accra, we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, if that's how you want to,
that's what you're,
if
that's
that's your understanding. I'm not saying those of us in Accra.
That's what you're
Ghana is made up of over 30 million and counting
if I
people.
Sit here, if I
you
sit
get
here,
it.
hold on. If I sit here and host a program, you think that I sit here?
Even here.
Hold on.
Hold on. Go to maybe.
Let me be done. Let me be done.
You see what these
Let me
things
be
are
done.
doing.
Do you actually think that we sit here, do programs, and we don't know what's going on in the hinterlands?
Well, you tell me.
No, don't think that way. That's what we're trying to tell you.
I'm not thinking that way.
Because
you are the one who has a thinking problem, not me. You've already established that.
I cannot be everywhere, Lawuratu.
Of course, we cannot be
but
everywhere.
we make sure that we have eyes everywhere. And I hope you know that.
Annie,
so when we're talking about challenges, the challenges are not limited to Accra. It's just like, you see, you're speaking like your ministers are speaking. When we talk about Galamsey, they will tell us that you don't do Galamsey in Accra. There's going to the hinterlands. I don't think it's a fair comment to make.
Teachers were working 2 years, 3 years. We're being paid only 3 months. That has been abolished. And arrears paid. So that was why I say, irrespective of the economic challenges we are having, building the social interventions, building the basic services that the ordinary Ghanaian needs to at least feel a bit comfortable, have improved. And the indices are clear. That is not something that we can debate on. Nobody, we've never run away from it. And if you even remember, and that famous statement that the president made in the wake of COVID, and to paraphrase him, he said, the economy will go out of gear. He knows how to bring the economy back. Inflation went as high as 54%. Now it's hovering around the 20s, which is still not the best. Because we aspire for a single-digit inflation. But the improvement of it is what we're talking about. It's the growth of it. It's the 6% growth that we projected, that we all have to work towards. But to sit down here and have a difficult product to say, and you think that you can do it, unless when you were even talking about the roads, it has to be a holistic thing. You don't build roads and just say that, oh, we are going to do just a lighting project. Great. The streets have to be lighter. But when you say, what did you say? So when you are building roads, it comes with it. Yes. So we need holistic approaches to it.
No. You see, you were picking on her that when someone is talking, you have to listen. Yes. When I was talking, you didn't listen. I said that it's a holistic project. Mm-hmm. Once there's a road project, there's definitely street lights attached to it. Mm-hmm. I expect that contractors will have that responsibility. It's part of the...
which I agree that it must be done and done well.
Yes, but, and that was my point, but considering the situation we find ourselves, which is where I brought in the phrase thinking problem, that considering the situation we find ourselves, it looks like even the lighting policy or lighting project must be a stand on its own.
No,
that's
but
the
I
point I was
told
trying
you
to
even
make.
for Accra,
Because I've seen clearly that we embark on road projects and then we leave out street
and that is
lights.
something we must
Yes,
look at.
so it
Because
means
like
that
for Greater
we
Accra
need.
like this,
Yes, so it
Greater
means
Accra
that we
like
need
this,
another
they have
focus.
installed 25,000 street lights across Greater Accra.
Yeah,
That's
so you
what
agree.
that's
So
what
now you
I'm
agree.
done.
So
we
you
don't
agree.
necessarily need to have that is something that is being done.
Yes,
And
so
when
I'm saying that, so you
when
agree
go,
that-
when you go around the country, there are places that the district assembly is mounting street lights. The energy ministry, I need to check on that, had some street lights coming and they gave it to the various district assembly and they are being mounted all over the place. But what I said, I agree with you, is that definitely our streets need to be well lit, and it's something that we can do holistically.
Okay,
but
if we can do
what is
holistically, we should do it.
It's being worked on. Like this 25,000 street lights, these street lights that are being given to the district assembly to make sure that places are well lit.
Okay.
Because like most of the communities, you know how you go to the rural areas and you're having a meeting and it's like in a big square, like the village square or something. You see the lights, the street lights mounted there, and that's usually the main source of lightning in there. But all these things need an improvement. You need a leader who understands these things and can build on it and will be accountable. And what we are saying is that leader is Dr. Baumia.
Okay, so this one says that, good morning, Annie, my sister, Lawuratu, you mean, in this government. Last year, the MPP supplied 250 street lights to the districts and 200 to the MPs, just to light up our towns. Okay. This is the duty of ECG to make sure that these lights are on at night and not a political party. So I like where you're going, but it's fine.
No, hold on.
He's saying that it should be the responsibility of ECG to ensure that the lights are on.
No, ECG is a government institution
and so he says that, good morning, Annie. Last year MPP supplied. Okay, you didn't even tell me.
District assembly.
Yeah, I thought it was an MPP omission, but it says supply 250 lights to districts assemblies and 200 to MPs, just to light up our towns. It is a duty of ECG to make sure that these lights are on at night and not a political party. So you see where you're wrong is,
but the MPs,
when you have supplied lights to district assemblies, exactly, and you have supplied them to members of parliament, and you tell me it's not the duty of the party,
because the member of parliament is part of the assembly, isn't it?
Exactly, but it is even still political. So if it's the ECG that is to ensure that the lights are on, the government must ensure that. So why are you providing the lights if it's not your business?
The district assembly, all these ECG has district offices.
No, but if you're not interested in the lights coming on, then don't supply.
Who's not interested in the lights?
The texter is giving me a different picture.
What's the
name? And so he goes on to say that from the way the question was asked about the streetlights, I suspect an umbrella in the question. Again, government has more serious things to do than digitization of premix fuel.
What did you say?
So, excited Ghanaian fisher folks have poured commendations on Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia following a digitization of distribution of premix fuel to fisher folks in Ghana. Now, Dr. Bawumia, Tuesday, September 4, 2023, commissioned a automated premix fuel dispensing and monitoring system, a landmark digital initiative which enables fisher folks to directly access the quantity of premix fuel they required at pumps using the digital canoe identification cards, which contains their biodata with other important data which are linked to the vessels. Now, the initiative rates the fishing industry of corruption in their distribution of fuel, and farmers no longer have to rely on middlemen for supplies. Responding to the transformative initiative, at the commissioning, the fishermen were elated. that government digitization driven has reached their industry and commended Dr. Bawumia for the efforts and commitment to the realization of the initiative. So that is what yourself. I researched
You've
about.
You've answered yourself. So what I said is not a lie.
I asked you a question and you failed to answer. So
I
researched myself.
I said you were a journalist. Check.
Annie,
and you just did what
but if you
I told you,
you see, Lawuratu, you see, it's not for me. It's not my job. It's not my job to communicate on behalf of government. That's why you're here. So when you come and I don't have any information and I ask you a certain level of, please, hold on. It's not mine. It's not just mine. I asked you that. So I asked you explain. So if you mention digitization and I say Lawuratu, and I say
how do I know how it works? I know that the distribution of premix fuel has been digitalized.
So you're saying that as a government communicator, all you can say that it's been digitized and you leave it there.
What is digitalization?
Is that all you can say?
What is digitalization?
It doesn't affect
what
the
is
pricing.
Digitalization?
It doesn't affect
the
300% increase in the price.
No. I mean, I've done the search. I've read it.
Exactly.
So don't worry.
That's what you're
so
supposed
if
to
all
do.
you, that's not what I'm supposed to do. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do.
So what
you have come here. You've said the point. I've asked you. Explain the point you have made. You don't say that I don't work there. I don't know how. No, that is even rude to the viewer that's watching you, seeking information from you. Let's take a break.
Thank you for staying to PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, your comments are most helpful to us. Do leave a comment before logging out. Turn the notification to all posts so that you will be the first to receive any latest update that will be on the platform or that will be loaded onto the platform. Because every seconds, every hour, every minute, there is gist that we bring you to keep you updated and current to what is happening around the political arena. Please do subscribe before leaving. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.